Arsenal just confirmed that Barcelona is preparing a mega offer for Mikel Arteta. And already thinking about the summer window, Arsenal revealed that it's ready to bring the 19-year-old Italian gem to the Premier League. Stay with me until the end of the video to understand everything that's happening behind the scenes at the Emirates Stadium. But before that, if you're also passionate about Arsenal, subscribe to our channel right now to stay informed about everything happening behind the scenes of the greatest team in the Premier League. And without further ado, let's get into today's top news. Mikel Arteta reportedly has a new contract offer on the table from Arsenal amid reports that FC Barcelona want to appoint the Premier League manager. Xavi Hernandez announced earlier this year that the legendary Spanish footballing figure will be stepping down as manager of Barcelona, with the Catalan giants now on the hunt for a replacement. And almost the second the news broke, Arteta's name has been in the mix to succeed Xavi at Barcelona, with the Arsenal manager starting off his playing career at La Masia. Now, according to Sport, the North London side have placed an offer on the table to keep Arteta at the club, with the Arsenal manager eager to stay with the Gunners. As per the report, Arteta has no intention of leaving Arsenal with the Premier League giants firmly in the title race as well as still in UEFA Champions League contention, despite currently being down 1-0 against FC Porto. Indeed, Barcelona's interest in Arteta will seemingly falter with the La Liga side exploring other options already in the manager market, such as Brighton and Hove Albion's Roberto De Zerbi. Yet if Barcelona can force Arsenal's hand to award Arteta a new contract, many supporters will be pleased with this outcome given everything the former captain has done for the club. Contract update could lead to next golden era at Arsenal. Things are on the up at Arsenal with the Gunners on an incredible winning run in the Premier League and looking like outside favourites for the title. And if Arteta was to sign a new contract with the North London side, the news could usher in a new golden era at the club led by the Basque manager and the ideas the young coach has implemented. Arteta has been a catalyst for huge change at Arsenal in the last 4 years, and every fan and the entire squad will want the former club captain to continue his work for many more seasons to come. ACF Fiorentina have now set their asking price to sell Michael Arteta this summer, as Arsenal and several European clubs show interest in a transfer for the rising Italy gem. The 19-year-old has captivated scouts from across the continent after breaking into Iviola's first team this season. Arteta made his senior debut for the Stadio Artemio Franchi natives last August. Yet he is already on the cusp of a first senior Italy call-up for Luciano Spalletti. Rival Serie A sides plus teams from abroad including Arsenal have also sent scouts to watch Arteta thrive at Fiorentina. That is according to Calciomercato, which notes the Tuscan club expect offers for the Borgomanero native of Nigerian descent when the summer sales begin. Arsenal have regularly scouted Fiorentina gem Arteta in view of a transfer. Fiorentina have felt for some time that Arteta will be a protagonist of the transfer market in 2024. So, Iviolae tried to protect themselves by giving the right-back a new contract lasting to June 2028 in October. His new terms further feature a club option to extend it until 2029. But Arteta is not untransferable amid Arsenal sending scouts to Italy several times this term to watch him for Fiorentina. Iviolae have slapped an asking price only €12 to €15 million, £10 to £13 million, on the versatile ace. The Gunners also watched him win the 2023 U19 European Championship. Arteta was a leading protagonist for Italy at the under-19 Euros last summer, following caps at the U18 level and leading to his U21 debut in October. He is committed to the Azzurri but can still represent Nigeria owing to his parents. Arteta also possesses a Nigerian passport. Arsenal have tasked their scouts with determining if Arteta is ready to play for them in the Premier League. He can give coach Mikel Arteta a versatile presence capable of playing as a left-back and on the right wing, along with his natural position of right-back, when required. Arteta is showing his talent front and center on the Serie A stage after his graduation from Fiorentina's Primavera squad. Boss Vincenzo Italiano initially only turned to the right-back as Dodo sustained an ACL injury. He has also kept January recruit Davide Ferrani out of their 11. Italiano, who believes Arteta fears nothing, has kept his faith in the teenager as he is also physically strong. The 5'10" talent has further offered 3 assists and 1 goal during his 25 appearances this term. He has 1 assist from 5 UEFA Europa Conference League ties. Gabriel Jesus will reportedly start for Arsenal against FC Porto if the striker is fully fit enough to play next month. The Brazilian international has been out of action for quite some time, with Jesus' fitness becoming a real concern for Arsenal fans this season, with the attacker missing the entire month of February. Whilst Jesus is closing in on a return to full fitness, worrying reports have indicated that the striker could require surgery in the summer if he is to get over this persistent knee issue that has kept the attacker out. Yet according to journalist Charles Watts, the £45 million attacker will start for Arsenal next month against Porto if the forward is fully fit enough to make the starting 11 for Mikel Arteta's side. The Gunners are currently 1-0 down against the Portuguese giants heading into the second leg in 2 weeks' time, and Jesus being fit enough to make the 11 would be a massive boost for Arsenal. Indeed, progression in the UEFA Champions League will be a huge psychological boost for the North London side, and Jesus' return to the lineup could help Arsenal overturn their 1-0 deficit against Porto. What's said on Jesus' fitness? A lot of the planning for Arsenal around Jesus and managing his injury is so he'll be ready to play in the big games, and Porto is certainly one of them. If he is fit, he starts that match 100%. Arsenal will want every player fit to feature in the Champions League. Whilst the Premier League might be more of a priority for Arsenal given their incredible form in the division, the Champions League still presents a good opportunity for the Gunners to do something. And Arteta having every player available for selection could be what gets Arsenal over the line against Porto, who will likely park the bus and defend like their lives depend on it at the Emirates Stadium. Yet if the likes of Jesus are fit enough to feature, Arsenal should have no real excuses over their ability to beat Porto, who can get beaten if the Gunners push hard enough to overturn the current leg. Arteta and Edu were utterly convinced £86 million flop could have solved key Arsenal issue. Arsenal were heavily linked with Mikel Arteta before his move to Chelsea last year, which has proven to be a disaster. The Gunners were heavily keen on signing the winger from Shakhtar Donetsk, and were willing to match Chelsea's £86 million offer, but on different payment terms, before he then moved to West London. Mudryk's time at Stamford Bridge has been a nightmare so far, with the 23-year-old scoring just 4 times in 43 appearances. Arsenal signed Leandro Trossard instead, who has proven to be a hit at a fraction of the cost, but Mikel Arteta may still look to sign a winger in the summer to add more speed to his attack, an issue which Mudryk could perhaps have solved. Mikel Arteta was heavily keen on Mikel Mudryk. The Athletic have now reported that despite his struggles at Chelsea, Mudryk still has admirers at Arsenal, and that Arteta and Edu Gaspar had no doubts that he could have succeeded at the Emirates. Technical director Edu and Arteta were utterly convinced of Mudryk's talent. They believed he could provide them with a third flying winger to complement Gabriel Martinelli and Bukayo Saka, a report from James McNicholas stated. Mudryk's struggles at Chelsea may have been as a result of his failed move to Arsenal, which he was seemingly keen on, and the sudden nature of the deal being agreed with Chelsea, and his move to Arteta's side falling through, could have negatively affected him. Mudryk did not hide his preferred destination. When the deal did not materialize, Arsenal's understanding was that the player was devastated, the report added. Should Arsenal try to sign Mikel Mudryk now? If there is a chance that Chelsea may aim to cut their losses on Mudryk in the summer, the question will naturally be raised about whether Arsenal should aim to land him now. Arsenal are in the market for a winger, with Pedro Neto linked. Despite Trossard's success overall, there is a lack of pace available to Arteta beyond Gabriel Martinelli. Mudryk would certainly add a lot of speed to the squad, but this is perhaps a deal that is better left avoided. Even if Chelsea were open to a sale, he would not come cheaply, and rather than an explosive young talent, Arsenal would be signing a player who has struggled massively since moving to the Premier League. Arsenal have also been linked with Nico Williams of Athletic Bilbao, who has a £43 million release clause. The 21-year-old is in much better form than Mudryk, and would likely be a better, and lower-risk signing, than the player who nearly joined over a year ago. Well, folks, those were today's news. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay informed about everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell so you won't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and see you in the next video.